Archangel Michael says, "This will be the most wonderful day of your life, but you are making a very big mistake. Please don't do that, open this immediately." Listen, your soul is reacting before your mind can explain it. That trembling you feel right now isn't fear, it's recognition. Heaven is leaning close, and something rare is moving toward you, with your name on it. But the danger is this: you're about to step back, at the exact moment you should step in. The door you prayed for is not someday, it's in front of you right now. Here's the truth you need to hear, and you need to hear it fast. You've been asking God for a sign, for a shift, for a clear moment, where you can finally say, "This is it." And the moment arrived, but your hesitation is trying to steal it. You keep doubting, you keep telling yourself, "It's too good to be true." You keep scrolling past answers, like they're random. And that one habit, turning away too early, has been the mistake holding you back. Stop for a second, and stay with me, because heaven is using this message as a lifeline. And if you feel that pull in your chest right now, don't ignore it, it's your spirit telling you, "Don't miss this." Also, if these messages ever touch your heart, subscribe right now, stay connected to the flow. Because sometimes the next message is the exact one your breakthrough is waiting for. Don't make it hard for heaven to reach you. Can I ask you something personal? Why do you push away what you've been begging for? Heaven isn't punishing you, heaven is protecting you. God is trying to keep you from making the same mistake again, closing your heart at the last second. And yes, today is different. The atmosphere is heavy, because angels have already released help toward you. But one careless move, one "I'll read it later," can delay the very thing that was already scheduled. Look closely, your life is not as stuck as it looks. Even as your eyes move across these words, things are shifting, in ways you can't see. Your name is being spoken in heaven, your story is being read aloud. That's why your thoughts feel loud, and your heart feels pulled. You're standing on the thin line, between an ordinary day, and the most wonderful day of your life. The only difference is whether you stay open, or walk away again. You don't even know how much has been fighting for you. Blessings are already at your door, not in the future, now. This miracle isn't being prepared, it's already prepared. It's knocking. And if you knew what was pushed back, in the unseen realm, just so you could reach this moment, you'd realize why Archangel Michael is speaking with urgency. Don't waste the access heaven fought to give you. Let this hit you deep, your tears were never wasted. Every time you cried alone, heaven collected it. Every time you whispered a prayer, you thought nobody heard, it was stored like a treasure. And today, one of those bowls has tipped, answers are pouring. That's why you feel restless, something is arriving. But if you close the door now, it won't just feel like delay, it will feel like loss. Not because God is cruel, but because you walked away from the gift that was already within reach. And here's a secret most people never understand. Heaven prepares before it moves. Angels are already positioned around your life. A person is thinking of you differently, an opportunity is being arranged, a door is starting to loosen, that has been stuck for years. But if you choose doubt instead of faith, you might walk away, one step before the light turns on. This is your turning point, don't do that. If your heart feels heavy one moment, and light the next, that's alignment happening. God is weaving your story, and the shifting can feel like pressure. But pressure is often the sign that something is about to break open. This is not the time to quit. This is not the time to get distracted. This is the time to stay still, long enough to receive what you begged for in the dark. And hear this clearly, there are no ordinary days for someone chosen by God. You woke up thinking it would be normal, but heaven marked today. Remember the times you quietly asked for help, hoping no one noticed. Heaven noticed. You were protected in ways you'll only understand later. That's why you're still here, that's why this message found you. And that's why the warning is so strong, don't close your heart now. Stay open, stay ready, stay brave. Because the most wonderful day of your life doesn't arrive with noise, it arrives with a choice. A simple decision, to believe, to receive, to stop running, when you should be still. So breathe, let your hands unclench, let your mind calm down. And choose faith over fear, right here, right now. Your miracle is closer than your next breath. And heaven did not bring you this far, just to watch you turn away at the door. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $10. Something powerful is already unfolding behind the scenes. And you can feel it, even if you can't explain it. For so long, the enemy tried to train your mind, to expect the worst, to believe every door would stay closed, to think miracles were for everyone else. But look at you, still here, still reading, still breathing, still believing. That alone is proof you're marked. That alone is evidence you carry favor that can't be cancelled. Here's what heaven wants you to understand right now. You are not alone in this moment. You are surrounded by witnesses, angels, saints, and even loved ones, who stepped into eternity before you. And they are not silent. They're cheering, they're rooting for you, they're praying you don't back away again. That warmth you feel in your chest isn't just emotion, it's a heavenly embrace. Pressing into you, like a reminder. Say yes, don't close your heart now. Let me speak to the part of you that keeps wondering, why has life been so hard? It's because diamonds don't form in comfort. Gold isn't found on the surface. The pressure you survived wasn't pointless, it was shaping you into someone who can actually hold the miracle you asked for. That fire you walked through didn't destroy you, it refined you. And now, at the very edge of breakthrough, the only real danger is doing what you've done before, turning away too soon. Pay attention, because this moment feels different for a reason. The air around you feels charged, because heaven is close. Angels are moving quietly, arranging things, so when it happens, it looks sudden to the world. But heaven doesn't do random. It does prepared. Your blessing is prepared, your miracle is prepared, and yes, you are prepared, but if you skip this, if you shut down, it will feel like you slammed the door on what you were born to receive. Do you know why this message reached you right now, and not later? Because heaven saw, you were one breath away from making a mistake you'd regret. A mistake that could cost you time, peace, and momentum. That's why the warning is so strong. This day was meant to be wonderful. It was meant to be overflowing with the surprises you prayed for. But doubt will try to convince you to walk away from the banquet with your name engraved on it. Like it was never meant for you. Don't believe that lie. Listen closely, your future is not random, and your pain was not wasted. Every battle you faced was an investment in your destiny. Every tear you thought no one noticed was counted. Every sigh recorded, every silent prayer stored, heaven never missed a single detail. But here's the truth, God can prepare the table, yet you still have to sit down. You still have to receive. And if you keep walking away, you keep delaying what has already been released. If your spirit has been restless today, that's not anxiety, it's a signal. You felt something different in the atmosphere, you sensed that today wasn't normal. That inner nudge was heaven trying to get your attention before you closed the door again. That's the mistake being exposed right now, quitting in the final moment. Miracles are fragile in their timing. And you are standing on the edge of yours, closer than you've ever been. Now let's be honest, your mind keeps asking, what if I'm wrong? But heaven answers with a better question, what if you believe, and everything changes? Which risk is bigger, hoping or doubting? Receiving or running? You were never created to live expecting disappointment. God didn't shape you to shrink back. He shaped you to shine. He shaped you to carry proof that miracles are real. So others can see His goodness through your life. And here's something you may not know, but your spirit is already sensing it. People are speaking your name in rooms you've never entered. Opportunities are quietly lining up, like rivers finding their way to the sea. Someone is rethinking you, someone is remembering you, someone is about to send a message they've been holding back. And even if you don't know who it is, heaven knows, and heaven is arranging it with precision. That's why your chest feels heavy and light at the same time. Think back to the last time you felt like you couldn't go on, and yet you made it. That wasn't luck, that wasn't willpower, that was protection. Heaven kept you standing, because you had an appointment with this moment. So don't shut down now. Don't numb out now. Don't walk away now. Stay open, because the most wonderful day of your life isn't coming someday, it's trying to reach you today. And if you're still here right now, take it as your sign to stay connected. If these words are touching your spirit, don't keep them to yourself, hit like, so the message spreads to someone else who's about to give up. Share it with a friend who needs a reminder. And subscribe, so you stay in this flow. Not because you need content, but because your spirit needs consistency. Because sometimes the next message is the one that arrives right on time. So breathe, beloved, and choose faith over fear. You're not late, you're not forgotten, you're not disqualified, you're standing at a doorway, heaven already unlocked. All that's left is your decision to step forward. And when you do, you'll look back and realize this wasn't just another day, this was the turning point. The moment you stopped running, stopped doubting, and finally received what was always meant to find you. The next time your mind whispers, maybe it won't happen, stop right there. Because that whisper is the old storm, trying to pull you back, into the same cycle. Archangel Michael says, this will be the most wonderful day of your life, but you are making a very big mistake, please don't do that, open this immediately. And I'm telling you beloved, that warning is mercy not pressure. Heaven isn't scaring you, heaven is saving you. From walking away, one step before the door swings wide. Listen, if you've made it this far, don't disappear now. There is a reason, your eyes are still here, and your heart is beating harder. This is the moment, to stay connected. If these messages bless you, take 1 second, and like this video, subscribe, and share it, with someone who needs hope today. That simple act, keeps you close to the flow. And you never know, which word will land, at the exact moment you need it. Here's the truth nobody told you, the enemy doesn't waste energy, on people with small futures. The reason you've been fought so hard, is because your life carries impact. Your tears weren't weakness, they were proof, that you stayed soft, while the world tried to make you hard. And now God says, your softness is becoming strength. You're not breaking, you're opening. You're not losing, you're aligning. And alignment always feels like pressure, right before it turns into peace. Pay attention, because heaven is showing you, what's been happening behind the scenes. While you were surviving, angels were setting up meetings, moving people, rearranging timing, and closing doors, that looked good, but would have destroyed you later. That's why some opportunities slipped away, that's why some relationships fell apart. It wasn't rejection, it was protection. And now the protection is lifting, because the blessing is safe to touch. Let me say this plainly, the miracle is not waiting for someday. It is already moving. It's in motion, it's walking toward you. And the only mistake, that could delay it, is turning away again, closing your heart, doubting your worth, or treating this moment, like background noise. Your spirit knows better. That tug you feel, is your destiny, pulling you forward. Picture it like this, you've been standing outside a locked gate for years, thinking you needed more strength. But today, the gate is opening, because heaven is unlocking it, from the inside. All you have to do, is step through. Don't overthink, don't replay old failures, don't measure today, by what happened last season. This is a new day. And God says, the pattern is breaking now. And listen closely, there are signs coming fast. A message, a phone call, a sudden opportunity, a new idea, that hits your mind like lightning. These are not random. These are confirmations. When they show up, don't talk yourself out of it. Don't delay, move with faith. Your obedience is the bridge that carries the blessing from the unseen into your hands. Beloved, I need you to hear this with your whole heart. You're not late, you're not behind, you're not forgotten, you are being positioned. And the reason this day can become the most wonderful day of your life is because heaven is finally matching your prayers with the right timing. What you thought was lost, is being restored. What you thought was over, is being revived. What you thought was impossible, is being made easy, by the hand of God. So stay open, just a little longer. Breathe, let your shoulders drop, let your spirit settle. The miracle doesn't require you to panic, it requires you to receive. And as you choose faith over fear, you'll feel it, that quiet shift inside you. That's heaven saying, yes, this is it. One more thing, don't overlook the people watching you. Not just on earth, but in the spirit. The witnesses of heaven are leaning in, because they know your yes today rewrites your tomorrow. They've seen you carry burdens alone, they've seen you smile, while your heart was tired. And now they're cheering, because the turning point is here. This is why you feel emotional, for no clear reason. It's not weakness, it's your soul recognizing, a door that finally matches, the prayers you whispered at 2 a.m. And when it starts happening, when the first surprise lands, don't run back to the old mindset. Don't say, it's too good to be true. Say, I'm ready. Don't say, I don't deserve this. Say, God prepared this. Keep your faith simple, keep your heart grateful, keep your steps steady. Because today isn't just a good day, it's a launch day. A day where the cycle breaks, the weight lifts, and your life begins to look like the promise you've been holding on to. So I'm asking you, beloved, stay with this word. Don't scroll away, don't shut down, open your heart, like a door that has finally decided to believe. Because heaven didn't bring you here to tease you, it brought you here to deliver you. And before this day ends, you will have proof that you were never forgotten. You were being prepared for this exact moment. Beloved, here is the sign you begged for. And it didn't come as lightning in the sky, it came as this moment finding you on purpose. You've been asking God for something undeniable, something that would stop the spinning in your mind, and settle the war in your chest. And now the message is here, not to entertain you, but to anchor you. Don't treat this like background noise. Because heaven didn't send it casually. This is your warning wrapped in love. Your breakthrough wrapped in timing. Your answer wrapped in urgency. Listen, this is exactly where people mess up. Right when the miracle is inches away. They start overthinking, they start doubting, they start scrolling, and they walk away from the very doorway they prayed would open. Archangel Michael says, open this immediately. Not because heaven is trying to scare you, but because heaven is trying to save you from your own hesitation. You're not losing, because you're unworthy. You're losing, because fear keeps interrupting the moment you were meant to receive. And here's the part that should shake you awake. Your delay doesn't slow heaven down, it only steals your peace. God says, do not turn away, when you are this close. You have survived too much to quit at the finish line. The storm didn't take you out, the betrayal didn't erase you, the heartbreak didn't bury you. So why would you let one small moment of doubt undo what years of endurance built? The mistake isn't failing, the mistake is stepping back, when the door is already opening. Right now, Heaven is moving pieces you can't see. And that's why your spirit feels restless. Someone is being nudged to reach out, a decision is being shifted in your favor, a door you thought was dead, is being reopened quietly. You're going to look up soon, and feel like everything changed overnight. But it won't be random. It will be the result of every hidden prayer you whispered, when no one was watching. That is why you have to stay open. The miracle is not just coming, it's aligning. Don't ignore this next part, because it's personal. You have been close before, but fear always stole the last step. Every time you were about to rise, you doubted yourself. Every time joy was near, you questioned if you deserved it. That pattern ends now. Archangel Michael says, please don't do that. And if you're still here listening, that means something in you is finally ready to break the cycle. This is the moment you choose faith over panic. Stillness over running. Obedience over impulsive quitting. And if this is hitting your heart, do one simple thing. Don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, so you lock in your agreement with what you're receiving. Share it with someone who is one bad decision away from giving up. Subscribe, not out of habit, but because you need reminders like this, when the enemy tries to distract you again. Staying connected is not about a channel, it's about staying aligned when heaven speaks. Here's what's true, the people who doubted you are about to watch God flip the story. The same ones who thought you'd never heal will see you glowing with peace. The same ones who assumed you'd never rise will watch doors open for you that you didn't even knock on. Not because you begged humans harder, but because you stopped walking away from God's timing. And when it happens, you won't need to prove anything. Your life will speak for itself. Now breathe, because I need you to understand the weight of this. You're not being punished, you're being positioned. God says, this is the most wonderful day of your life. That's not hype, that's prophecy in plain language. This day is a turning point. And the only thing that can ruin it is the choice to close your heart when heaven is trying to place something in your hands. So don't rush, don't dismiss it, don't talk yourself out of what your spirit already recognizes as real. And when the first sign shows up, an unexpected call, a sudden opportunity, a clear idea, a door opening with no explanation. Don't shrink back, receive it, say yes, move with courage. Because the miracle won't always look like angels in the sky. Sometimes it looks like peace returning to your mind, sometimes it looks like the right person thinking of you at the right moment, sometimes it looks like provision arriving before you even ask. But make no mistake, heaven will confirm what it promised. So hear this, like it's the last reminder you ever needed, don't walk away, when your answer is already here. Archangel Michael says, open this immediately. God says, stay open, and receive what has already been prepared. You are not late, you are not overlooked, you are not disqualified, you are standing at the edge of the most wonderful day of your life. And this time, you're not going to miss it. Stop right here. This is the exact moment your life can flip from almost to finally. You didn't land on these words by accident, and your heart isn't reacting for no reason. Something is shifting around you right now, and the only real danger is doing what you've done before, hesitating, doubting, and walking away. When you're standing at the doorway of your breakthrough, listen carefully. This isn't pressure, it's positioning. That heavy feeling in your chest, that strange urgency, that quiet voice inside saying don't leave. That's not anxiety, that's heaven pulling you into alignment. God says, I brought you here on purpose. And if God says that, then this moment isn't random. It's a divine appointment, with your name written all over it. Here's what you need to understand: your blessing is not fragile because you're weak, it's fragile because timing matters. You're not being threatened, you're being protected. Heaven is warning you, because heaven is serious about what's being released. Archangel Michael says, this will be the most wonderful day of your life, but you are making a very big mistake. Please don't do that, open this immediately. That means the door is already open, and the only thing that can stop you from walking through it, is you turning away. Think about your life for a second. How many times were you close, then something pulled you back? How many times did fear show up, right before progress? How many times did distraction steal your focus, right before a breakthrough? That cycle wasn't random, it was strategy. But today, heaven is interrupting it. Today, you are being given a new choice: keep repeating old patterns, or finally step into the new season that's been chasing you. If you're still listening right now, do something simple but powerful, like the video, and subscribe. Not because a button is magic, but because it's an act of agreement. It's you saying, I'm not letting this slip away. It keeps you connected, grounded, and spiritually awake. And honestly, it also helps this message reach someone else, who feels like giving up right now. Now let me tell you what's coming. Your blessing is going to show up, in a way that feels too precise to be random. An unexpected message, a sudden phone call, a new idea that hits like lightning. Someone reaching out after silence, a door opening, that you stopped knocking on, because you thought it was dead. That's how God moves: quiet preparation, then sudden release. And when it starts happening, don't talk yourself out of it, don't minimize it, don't question if you deserve it. Hear this deep in your spirit: you weren't being punished, you were being prepared. Those long nights weren't wasted, those delays weren't denial, that pain wasn't the end. It was training, it was stretching your capacity, so you wouldn't lose the very thing you prayed for. God says, I didn't bring you this far, to drop you now. That means the delay had purpose, and now the purpose is about to show itself. But I need to warn you with love: don't let fear do what enemies couldn't do. Fear is loudest right before breakthrough. Fear will whisper, what if it fails again? Fear will say, don't get excited. Fear will try to keep you safe, by keeping you stuck. But that's not safety, that's stagnation. Archangel Michael says, don't make the mistake now. Because fear is the final weapon, when the enemy has already lost. Let me paint this picture: your yes is a key, and your faith is the hand that turns it. You're not begging for the door to open anymore, you're stepping into a door that's already unlocked. The miracle isn't waiting to be created, it's waiting to be received. That's why you feel this urgency, that's why you can't just scroll away, like this is ordinary content. Your soul recognizes what your mind is still trying to understand. And listen, when this shift becomes visible, it's going to silence every voice that doubted you. People who underestimated you will be confused. People who walked away will suddenly watch you rise. And the wild part is, even you will be shocked. You'll sit in the middle of your blessing and think, so God really was listening. Yes, He was, and He still is. This isn't a small answer to one prayer, this is the beginning of a new chapter. So here's your move right now: stay open, stay believing, stay ready. Don't rush, don't panic, don't overanalyze, just stay aligned. Because what heaven is releasing doesn't come with chaos, it comes with peace. It comes with clarity. It comes with the kind of joy that feels like a deep breath after years of holding it in. And when you start seeing the signs, don't ignore them. Those signs are confirmations, and confirmations are heaven's fingerprints. And when the breakthrough starts, when you see the surprise, when you feel the shift, when the door finally swings wide, come back and write your testimony in the comments. Not for attention, but because someone else is reading in silence, trying to decide if they should keep believing. Your story will keep them standing. God says, I'm not just blessing you, I'm building a witness through you. So don't walk away now, you're too close to the most wonderful day of your life. Beloved, can you feel heaven holding its breath right now? It's like the whole unseen world is leaning over your life, waiting to see if you will finally say yes, instead of stepping back. You've come too far to hesitate at the finish line. And this is why your spirit feels so alert, because this moment is not ordinary. It's a crossroads. Chosen one, listen closely, the angels aren't watching to judge you, they're watching to celebrate you. They're cheering, because they remember the nights you cried in secret, the times you smiled in public, while breaking in private. And still, you kept going. That kind of endurance is rare, and it's exactly why your miracle has your name on it. My beloved, here's what you must understand: your blessing is not fragile, like human promises. When God marks something for you, it doesn't expire because you had a bad day. It doesn't disappear because you felt tired. But it does require one thing: an open heart. That's why you're being warned, not to close down now, not to go numb now, not to scroll past the very doorway you begged heaven to open. Precious soul, let's be real for a second. Fear has been trying to coach you. It keeps whispering, don't get your hopes up, because it wants you to protect yourself from disappointment. But fear is not protection, it's a prison. And today, the prison door is unlocked. If you walk out, you'll breathe again. If you stay inside, you'll keep calling survival normal. Beloved child, I want you to notice what's already changing inside you. Even as you read, there's a quiet strength rising that you didn't have earlier. That's the presence of heaven, settling your nerves and steadying your mind. You're not imagining it, your spirit is aligning. And alignment always happens before visible breakthrough. My chosen one, this is your reminder to stay connected, If this message is speaking to you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe, so you don't miss the next word, meant to build your faith. Sometimes one message is comfort, but the next message is instruction, that saves your season. Beloved, the enemy tried to make you believe, your life was always going to be almost healed, almost stable, almost happy, almost blessed. But heaven is breaking that cycle right now. You were not created to live on the edge of victory, you were created to step into it, and stay there. Child of destiny, let me paint it clearly, there is a door in front of you, that used to feel heavy. You pushed before, and nothing moved. But now, the hinges are loose, the lock is already cracking. One step of faith is going to open what years of striving couldn't. And when that door swings wide, you're going to realize, it wasn't no, it was not yet. Beloved one, don't miss this detail, your miracle isn't just about you. When you rise, your family gets lifted. When you heal, your home gets lighter. When you finally receive, the people connected to you will start believing again too. That's why heaven has been so protective over your journey. Your breakthrough carries other people's breakthrough inside it. My precious child, if you're feeling overwhelmed, breathe. You don't have to control how it happens. You don't have to figure out every step. Your job is simple, stay open. Stay expecting. Stay willing to receive what you prayed for. And watch how quickly the atmosphere around you starts to shift. Beloved, I'm telling you, this is the moment you look back on later and say, that's when it changed. Not because you suddenly became perfect, but because you finally stopped shutting the door on yourself. You chose faith, you chose hope, you chose to stay. And heaven always responds to that kind of yes. Beloved child, here's the twist you didn't expect. The same thing that tried to break you is about to become your evidence. The betrayal is turning into wisdom, the delay is turning into direction, the loss is turning into a lesson that makes your next season unstoppable. Chosen one, keep your eyes open. Very soon, a message may land like confirmation. A door may open, in a place you stopped checking. Don't dismiss it, that's how surprises arrive, quietly at first. Then suddenly all at once. Beloved, when that moment comes, don't shrink back. And ask, why me? Instead say, finally. Because heaven has been fighting for your finally, for a long time. Your tears weren't wasted, they were seeds. Your waiting wasn't empty, it was training. Precious soul, if your heart is still pounding right now, take it as a sign that your spirit is awake. This is not hype, this is a holy nudge. So don't close out early, don't let distraction steal your attention. Stay present, long enough for faith to sink in. Beloved child of God, I'm going to speak this over you clearly. You are not going back to the old cycle. This is the season where what belongs to you starts finding you. And when it does, you'll know it wasn't luck, it was alignment. Wait, before you take another breath, hear this. The moment you've been begging heaven for, is not far away anymore. It's right up against your life. You can almost feel it in the air, like a storm about to break, but made of light. And if you stay open, if you stay soft, you will watch what once felt impossible start moving, like it was always meant to. Listen closely, this is why your heart can't relax. It's not anxiety, it's anticipation. Something is lining up so perfectly that your mind can't calculate it yet. But your spirit can sense it. It's like standing backstage and hearing your name being called, knowing you're next. Don't walk out of the theater when the curtain is about to rise. Here's what you need to know, what's coming won't look like small help. It will look like a divine correction. One phone call that changes the direction of your week. One message that turns confusion into clarity. One open door that makes you realize God was never ignoring you. He was setting the stage so your blessing would arrive at the right time. And stay. And let me warn you with love, your doubt will try to sound logical right now. It will say, you've hoped before, and nothing happened. But this is different. This isn't wishful thinking, this is alignment. Your past disappointments were not proof of failure. They were proof that the wrong doors were protecting you from the wrong outcome. Now the right door is unlocking. And it's unlocking for you. Look, heaven doesn't send this kind of urgency unless something is in motion. People you haven't spoken to in a long time will suddenly remember you. Someone is about to offer help without you even asking. An idea will drop into your mind so clearly that you'll know it didn't come from stress, it came from guidance. Pay attention to the random moments, because that's how miracles sneak into ordinary days. Let this hit you, your miracle is not only about what you receive. It's also about what gets removed. The heaviness you've carried, the constant fear of losing what you build, the pattern of almost winning, and then falling short. That cycle is being confronted right now. And when heaven breaks a cycle, it doesn't break it halfway. It breaks it completely. Now here's your part, don't isolate in this hour. Don't go quiet in your faith. If this message is speaking to you, take a second, and like this video. So the algorithm doesn't bury what your spirit needed. And if you know someone who keeps feeling like they're so close, but never there, share this with them. Because it might be the confirmation that keeps them from giving up. Can you feel the shift? That sudden calm mixed with goosebumps. That's the sign. It's like heaven is pressing a seal onto your life. Saying, protected, provided for, guided. And once that seal is pressed, no amount of chaos can erase it. The storm may still roar, but it will not drown you. And hear this clearly, your blessing is not coming to tease you. It's coming to establish you. Stability is being written into your story. Peace is being built into your mornings. Provision is being tied to your name. You won't have to chase what belongs to you anymore. What is meant for you will start finding you. Don't miss this, there will be a moment, very soon, when you'll look back at today and realize, this was the day everything started turning. Not because you forced anything, but because you finally stayed open long enough to receive. Your job is not to control the miracle. Your job is to stay aligned with it. And when it happens, it won't only bless you. It will reset the atmosphere around you. The people who watched you struggle will watch you rise. The ones who judged your delays will witness your acceleration. And the ones who secretly prayed against you will be forced to admit that this wasn't human effort, this was divine favor. Remember this, miracles don't always arrive with fireworks. Sometimes they arrive as a simple opening. A chance you almost ignored, a conversation you almost avoided, a step you almost didn't take. But the moment you say yes, everything after that yes becomes easier. Because heaven begins to push with you. So don't let old pain make you cynical. Don't let yesterday's disappointments teach you to distrust today's door. This is a fresh moment, a clean slate, a new page. And you are not behind, you are right on schedule, for the life you were meant to live. Hold your head up, child of destiny. Keep your heart open. Keep your hands ready. Because the most wonderful day of your life doesn't always announce itself with noise. Sometimes it arrives quietly. Then suddenly you realize you're already living inside the answer. And this time, you won't just survive. You'll shine. Precious one, don't let the tired part of you make the final decision. The same God who carried you through the hardest chapters is standing right here, at the doorway of your next chapter. And the only thing heaven is asking is that you stay open. Long enough to step through. Hear this clearly, the miracle you've been waiting on isn't a rumor, it's a delivery. You may not see the package yet, but you can feel the shift, can't you? That quiet lift in your chest, that sudden stillness in your mind. Those are signs that what was stuck is loosening. And what was delayed is now moving. Look at how far you've already come. You didn't survive by luck, you survived by protection. When you thought you were falling apart, heaven was holding you together. When you felt like you were losing everything, God was preserving the one thing the enemy couldn't touch. Your destiny. And now that destiny is calling you forward, not back. Here's the secret, the enemy never wants you to remember. Your breakthrough often arrives disguised as a moment you almost ignore. A message you nearly close, a pause you almost rush past. That's why this feels so urgent. Because this is a don't miss it moment. The kind that changes your timeline, with one choice. If these words are reaching you, then let your heart respond. And if this message is speaking to you right now, take a second to like this video. And subscribe. Not as a routine, but as a decision to stay connected to what strengthens your faith. You never know which message will meet you at the exact moment you need it. Beloved, you are not too late. You are right on time. Heaven doesn't arrive early or late. Heaven arrives precise. The delays you hated were actually protection. And the closed doors you mourned were actually detours away from harm. God was not keeping you from something good. He was keeping something good safe for you. And I need you to remember this, your blessing won't just touch your life. It will touch your future. It will touch your family. It will touch people you haven't even met yet. That's why the pressure has been heavy, because the impact will be heavy too. The bigger the assignment, the louder the resistance. But the resistance is losing. It's losing because you're still here. You're still breathing, you're still hoping, and hope is not a small thing in heaven. It's a weapon. It's a signal that you have not surrendered your promise. So don't hand your promise to fear. At the last second. Right now, choose to agree with what heaven has been saying over you all along. Choose to believe that God can turn one phone call into a turning point. One decision into a new direction. One day into the most wonderful day of your life. That's how God moves, suddenly. But never randomly. And when the blessing begins to show, don't shrink. Don't apologize. Don't talk yourself out of it. Receive it with gratitude, and walk in it with courage. You are not taking someone else's portion. You are stepping into what was written for you, before you ever knew how to pray. So stay steady, precious one. Stay open. Stay humble. But don't stay hesitant. Let the old season close, without you dragging it into the new. Let the grief release, let the fear loosen, let the doubt fade. Because what's coming is not meant to scare you. It's meant to free you. In the next hours and days, watch for the confirmations. The unexpected message, the sudden opportunity, the relief that shows up at the perfect time. Those will be your reminders that heaven was telling the truth. And when you see them, don't keep it to yourself. Share your testimony in the comments. So others can hold on too. You've waited long enough, beloved. You've fought long enough, now it's time to receive. Don't close the door when it's already opening. Don't step back when the handle is already turning. Keep your heart open, keep your faith alive, and watch the most wonderful day begin to unfold. Right in front of you. And if your mind tries to argue, remind it of your history with God. You've seen Him protect you, when you didn't even know danger was nearby. You've seen help arrive, at the last minute. That same God has not changed. The only thing changing now, is your season. Let this be the day, you stop expecting disappointment. Let this be the day, you stop bracing for loss. Because when God decides to bless, He does it in a way that makes it clear, it wasn't you, it was Him. He will restore what slipped away, He will refill what emptied out, He will return what was stolen, with interest. So take a deep breath, and make room in your thoughts and expectations. Miracles don't just change circumstances. They change your peace. And once heaven lifts you, you won't recognize the version of you that used to live in constant fear. Beloved, this is why you can't walk away now. The moment you've been praying for is not behind you. It's ahead of you. And you are close enough to touch it.